Hello to all you Patriots out there in podcast land, and I bet you've been wondering how I've been tuning into my Instagram to find out more. No, but really, episode 220 of Canadian Patriot Podcast, the number one live fitness tips podcast, March the 30th, 2020.
I'm Gavin, and I'm bored with everything being closed and the Boogaloo/zombies not having arrived yet.
As always, my name is Andrew. I'm a recovering libertarian competitive shooter and firearms instructor, and we didn't update the rest of the show notes, so this will be fun.
Hey,
unfortunately,
it's always an adventure.
Our YouTube audience, I apologize. You could not see my Hawaiian shirt and plate carrier, which I thought that would be fun. Crap tonight for both Gavin and I. So, we'd love to hear your feedback about the show and how we don't have video and all of the other problems that we're causing. Email podcast.com and check us out on social media where you can see our faces. Well,
sometimes.
Actually, that's not really true. We don't post our on the Facebook or Instagram for the show. In fact, I don't even log into the Instagram for the show at this point. So, yeah,
you can send us feedback on that too. Yeah.
Yeah, if you send us $1, I will like a post of your visit patreon.com/CPP, become a Patreon today. Normally, I'd say you get a better quality version of the show, but I think the internet is going to screw us. It's probably going to be pretty poor. The more you pledge, the better the rewards are, or at least the more numerous they are.
Yeah, except for maybe the audio on this show.
CPP t-shirt for just $19.99 plus shipping and theft. Visit CanadianPatriotPodcast.com and follow the link on the right. All right, it's time for my favorite segment. It's called What Are We Drinking? Gavin, what are you drinking?
I am drinking cherry Kool-Aid and Canadian Club. Sorry, I tied one on pretty good last night. You know, a little hair of the dog. So.
Yeah, patient in the Instagramming live streams last night. That was entertaining.
Yeah, it's good times. It's good to talk to people. It's so lonely.
I mean, all right, that's a good point. So I'm gonna say that I'm drinking Coors Original because Banquet is dead, classic or the original or whatever it is. It's not the same. Anyway, I want to ask you about that. So you're at home and there's no one to talk to, and I mean, how is day whatever you're on of quarantine treating you?
Yeah, so far so good. I mean, it's a little weird. Like, I mean, it's cool going out and there's nobody in the stores and nobody on the roads. Like, I'm liking that. But like the not going to work thing is kind of weird. So I mean, I guess I'd stopped working on whatever day they kind of made it official. And then Angela is on like almost a week more than that. So like her countdown clock got reset 2 weeks because of the whole Ford announcement. So she's even more bored than I am. But yeah, I mean, it's just weird with like nothing to do and all of the parks closed and just sitting at home. So yeah, weird.
Yeah, you live in a fairly urban center, so maybe it's different for you. I mean, like, our parks have their playground equipment taped off, but I don't understand why they're barricading the parks physically. Like,
yeah,
outside should be fairly safe. It's not like you're licking the pavement.
Well, I mean, maybe I am licking the pavement, but even then, if I was going to do that,
okay, well, maybe that's why the parks are closed.
A barricade isn't going to stop me, right? Like, yeah, I mean, the whole thing is, I get the whole like social distancing and encouraging people to do that, and there's some municipalities I've heard that are going to even start issuing tickets or more serious things for those that do not obey the social distancing. I mean, certain stores have gone to the lengths of putting tape on the ground in the checkout lines or even in the aisles in the store to help people monitor their social distance. But like, if I go to the park and there's nobody else there, who am I putting at risk? Nobody. Leave me be.
I don't get a lot of things about this whole pandemic thing, so
Yeah.
whatever. Normally I'd say this is where we should, but I'm really tired of reading the same like 5 articles for the last 3 weeks because there's like literally just the same 5. The borders aren't really closed, but they say they are. Somehow they're going to give us financial relief from this, but all they're doing is just no one knows how bad this actually is because I don't believe the Chinese government when they say there are no new cases in China. I straight up do not believe the communist Chinese. Our government, I'm definitely not believing theirs.
Yeah, I'd say that
the Americans, I think everyone in America is going to die because everybody in Italy is dead now too. So I don't know, flatten the curve and stuff. I guess I'm really over social media. I'm like Facebook now because Facebook used to be like the news aggregator, and I'm tired of seeing all of the picture challenges. I don't care about the landscape or the gun picture or the place you want to go or some vacation or whatever other goddamn stupid photo it is. I'm tired of getting tagged. We're tired of the fucking Instagram push-up fucking thing. Like, if you're gonna do push-ups, learn how to do a push-up. And in order your chest to get near the ground, and you bend your elbows, and then you fully extend your arms and lock your elbows out. Repetition. You do this many times. So all these fucking people on Instagram that are doing this whole fucking NC10, whatever, 10, like, learn how to do 10 goddamn push-ups first. But also stop tagging me in your shit.
Practice makes perfect, I guess.
Because I'm not taking push-ups, because fuck you, and that's why. I'm really tired of social media this week. People need to go back. I'm in a unique position, unlike you. Like, I'm still working full-time and have, like, my normal day job. So, I mean, maybe that puts me in a unique social media bullshit with this.
Yeah, I mean, I'm somewhere in between. Like, I had to go into the office today to sign some checks and things like that. So, like, we're open for business, but we're kind of not open for business. So, like, you know,
yeah, that's what I mean. Like, you're like,
it's weird.
You're getting that reduction,
in the middle.
Right?
Yeah,
right. Like, and I mean, part of it is you're in a leadership position in a small company, so you're in you're not in the corporate.
Yeah, so I mean, I'm always working, even if I'm not working.
Hundreds of employees and hundreds of employees in multiple countries. So we all just
you've got shit to do.
Our work. Yeah. But I'm not in you're also in physical product industry where I'm in like knowledge base. So literally, as long as I have the internet, I can do my job to be able to like touch and ship your products.
Yeah.
So like there's some differences there, and I get how you could be.
Yeah, it's.
I mean, like I have a normal day. I get up, I go to work, I work, I come home, I play with my kid. Like I have a normal day.
Yeah, except no eating out at restaurants. Anyway. So no sushi unless it's delivery or takeout.
One thing is a little bit of a bummer because I mean we're not like eat out all the time, but I mean like my wife and I like to go out for dinner. I'm kind of like I don't mind cooking at home, but I'm also like a little bit bored with like get it out of the freezer and put it in the oven thing because we've been doing a lot of that lately because we stocked up on frozen. Because the assumption was that like, well, that's better than just eating. Like, yes, the fresh stuff is eventually going to run out.
Yeah, I mean, we're kind of in that same boat where we're just kind of getting bored with what we've got in the shelves in the fridge because it's like, well, we don't want to buy anything crazy just in case, right? So it's just kind of maintaining the same old stuff that's easily available at the store when you do go, because some of the shelves aren't stocked back up yet totally.
Yeah, and I mean, like we've been doing pretty good, but it's the same thing. It's like we didn't really different or unusual, but we bought a lot more frozen food than we normally have. So it's like, okay, well, we can have pizza. I don't know if I want another pizza right now.
Yeah.
right? I don't know. It's
Yeah.
that kind of stuff, and like our for the most part interrupted. But it's just like I'm worried that eventually we're gonna not be able to like get fresh vegetables, so I'm not gonna be able to like make a salad. But we're still having like the same salad that we have every night with dinner. So it's nothing.
Yeah. Eat it while you can, but it's a
I
little
mean,
monotonous. Yeah.
I'm tired of watching the Instagram influencers have their videos of them doing their home workout because I don't give a fuck about their home workout.
Yeah, but shout out to that guy that licked the
I just
toilet and
don't.
got
I
the
kind of regret.
coronavirus. You know, that guy got what he deserved.
I kind of regret last week's episode. Yeah, there's some stuff that you can do at home to be like, make yourself a better person, get physically fit, and then every freaking story I see on Instagram, really bad form push-ups, and it's like I regret even bringing this up on the show because I feel bad for everyone.
Yeah, so if you're listening to this episode but you haven't heard last week's, just don't listen.
Yeah, sorry about last week,
Yeah.
guys.
Go read a book or something instead. We could recommend several.
So on to some actual news. There's a couple things we have. News stories that were aggregated by some of our regular panelists that are not here. First one's on the CBC. Inmate released to prevent potential prison COVID-19 disaster. Disaster is in quotes.
That means it's doubly bad?
Yeah, really.
Or is
The
that
Canadian Senator is calling off. Go ahead.
or is that like when you're being sarcastic and you're like, oh yeah, it was a real disaster?
Like in this case, it's sarcasm.
Yeah.
Yeah, I feel like in this case, it's sarcasm. Canadian Senator is calling on corrections officials to consider inmate potential COVID-19 prison disaster. This is Senator Kim Pate come up with this brilliant scheme, and I've seen this in American media. I don't understand this. There are currently no prisoners that are suffering from COVID-19.
I think we've had one or two guards in Ontario.
Visitors. Yeah, well, Corrections Canada has barred visitors to prisons. So, like, if nobody's visiting prison has coronavirus, why are we letting prisoners out of prison again?
Because we live in clown world. That's why.
Well, I think that's a big part of it. This is all just social signaling.
Yeah. Okay. I mean, where are these people going to go? I mean, you're going to just let them out into the world.
They're supposed to go home.
But if you're in jail, they don't have homes. Oh, look, we have Benny joining us.
Hello.
Benny's here.
How are you today?
Excellent. And yourself?
Good. Good.
So how do you feel about letting prisoners out because of the coronas, Benny?
I think that's stupid. Is there any other answer? Is this a trick question? Are we letting them out into like a very deep pit? Do we let them out into like the middle of the ocean? Do we let them out in a tiger cage?
That would be very popular right now.
Like, and remember, the police are not responding to non-felonious crimes. If you call the police about a misdemeanor,
is that I've only heard that in the States. Is that happening now here too now?
Yeah. Toronto announced that. Vancouver announced that. London announced that. There's been a bunch of municipal services. I mean, I've been following sort of my area the closest, but I've seen a number of police services across the country make statements or have press releases to the responding to non-violent crimes or misdemeanor crimes, or basically if you're not in the process, don't call them because they're not coming. So unless like somebody is actually trying to kill you, they don't care. I mean, we already kind of knew that protect you. That was a federal court finding. So we already know that they have no duty to protect you. We already knew that they weren't coming, but now they're like in press releases to everyone saying, yeah, we're just if you call, we're just not sending anyone now.
Then, I mean, they from talking with somebody that's in that line of work today, they were saying that basically they've been just non-stop receiving phone calls of people snitching on their neighbors for, not social distancing or some other thing like that, where it's like, okay, like I get it, but like, come on, snitches get stitches, guys. Like, let's just chill out a little bit and like,
yeah,
you don't have to report everything.
Thing is kind of weird. I don't understand.
Well, the government told you that
it's not Soviet Russia.
Yeah.
But now we know how they got it to work. If you think that you snitching on your neighbor is going to make, Mother Russia great again, then you're going to snitch on Mother Russia. On your neighbor to Mother Russia.
Yeah.
I mean, I knew it wasn't going to take very much to get this sort of thing to happen. I guess I'm just disappointed by it.
Yeah. I mean, how much time and money and resources are going towards a snitch line?
Like,
well, are they actually expending any resources to this, or is it just, douchebag neighbors calling on their neighbors?
Oh no, but they have to they set up a separate phone line for people to snitch to. So there are people that have to answer that phone line, plus the money and everything to set that all up, and the advertising to put that out there is time and money. So like, resources have been allocated to the snitch line. So
okay, then you're right.
Like, this is just dumb. Like, just people should just, be smart. And, if I run into you on the street and I see you and I give you a high five or a handshake at a Lowe's, chill out. Like, the only people that are affected by it are the two people that consensually did that thing. So,
right. But Gavin, herein lies the rub. That's what happens when you have socialized healthcare. You now have to.
Yeah, there's no rubbing allowed, Benny. That's not in line with social distancing at all.
Okay, you yourself said 2 consenting adults, right?
Yeah, it's just crazy. I mean, I get it, but people are going a little bit too overboard, I think. And the snitch line is just like,
well, what are they going to do? This is what I've been scratching my head with. Okay, so you have a bunch of people who are not social distancing in a public area. Like I saw a headline today that they're doing that in Toronto. What are you going to do? Arrest them and put them all in the paddy wagon together? Aren't we releasing prisoners? Like, what are you going to do? Find them?
Yeah, and then we're going to release them because we're releasing low-level criminals. Yeah.
Yeah. So.
Yeah, the whole thing is kind of retarded.
Circular logic is strong with this one.
Yeah.
It's dumb. But on the topic of things that are dumb, I give you Vancouver. This is in the Global Mail. The Globe End Mail. Pardon me. Not the Global Mail. That's a different thing. This is in the Globe End Mail. Right away, to avoid overwhelming hospitals in COVID-19 pandemic. Vancouver Mayor. So the Vancouver Mayor of drug addicts could die or go into withdrawal if the government does not provide them opiates, because as the borders have been closed, the supply of illegal drugs is dwindling.
Is it just me, or
I should like to know how the mayor knows that specifically, but also,
is it just me, or does Andrew keep cutting in and out?
Yeah, he keeps cutting in and out.
Oh, okay, fine.
Our internet sucks.
Our tubes are full.
Yeah.
I feel like it's everyone on the hub.
Yeah. Yeah. But yeah, the whole, but I mean, so because the borders are closed, and I'm putting that in bunny ears, we're not getting the flow of drugs. But I don't think that the drugs flowed through the regular open borders anyways. So how does that matter? They were smuggling them across the border one way or another. They will continue to do it, probably most likely through a region in sort of the eastern part of the country, where there's a certain group of people that own a part of land that straddles the border. But like, whatever. What do I know, right? So yeah, they're still going to get drugs. And again, like giving them free drugs just to get them to not overdose. Like, so now that Alberta shut down their liquor stores as of the other day, because liquor in Alberta is not essential, do we have to like give out alcohol to alcoholics because we don't want them to get the DTs? Like, That's the equivalent.
What about those people who crave to murder? And people are going to say, "Oh, you're jumping to conclusions." But as we saw several weeks ago, or months ago at this point, I think, dude needed his physical needs met,
Yeah.
and one of those physical needs was killing the hooker. So
Yeah.
and they
Well, I
pretty
mean,
slow. Andrew, maybe you should try a Marty trick. Start cussing into the mic.
no. I'm gonna try and power through a little bit further, and then I'm probably just gonna call it quits because
Yeah, there's not a whole lot to really talk about.
I got nothing to add. This is just dumb.
Yeah. Free drugs for drug addicts. I mean, that's a very Vancouver thing to do.
Well, I was listening to political commentary in the past couple of days, and they basically said in these situations like this, you just have people just go more to their side. So you'll have people on the left who will go more left, and people on the right who will go more right. And in times of uncertainty, you just stick with what you know. So giving people free stuff—that's all they know. So that's what they want to do.
Yeah. Well, I will stick to my brass and lead.
Ooh, that reminds me. I gotta start tinkering downstairs. Package arrived today.
Excellent.
Yes.
But yeah, no, I mean that this story is also another example of just how we're living in clown world, even more so than we were previously.
Yeah.
But I mean, luckily China is sending us 30,000 gloves or masks to use for this, so we'll be safe.
Well, they don't need them anymore. They don't have any more cases, right?
Yeah, and it's not like they didn't start this whole thing.
No. That was someone else.
Yeah, sweet Corona masks from China.
Do they come with little cuts in them so you can stick a lime in?
Hopefully.
Or your cigarette hole.
Ooh, yeah, that'd be good.
Someone sent me a video, or they didn't send me a video. Someone showed me a video. Guy duct taped a water bottle top to the front of his mask so he can drink and smoke out of his mask, and then just puts screws the lid back on when he's done.
Brilliant.
Yep.
If only those people would use their smarts for the powers of good and not the powers of mediocrity.
I could see a guy like this sitting on the side of the road with like a knife and a stick, and then like selling his carving to you. They're pretty resourceful, some of these people in Africa, and what they have access to and stuff.
Yeah. Should we move on to the next thing? Speaking of things that we have access to.
Yeah.
Let's do it. This comes to us courtesy of Daniel. Danielle suggested that our topic this evening be ideas to create. Pardon me, once more. Ideas to cure boredom at home and/or Pornhub.
So for our listeners who can't read the show notes, ideas to cure boredom at home when done with Netflix and/or Pornhub.
Well,
thank you, Benny.
Yeah. Although, I mean,
yeah,
I've been having a heck of a lot of trouble with Netflix this whole time. Like, it has just been a complete disaster where like I can't navigate the menu at all because it's completely overtaxed with everybody watching.
Really? I have not had that issue.
Oh, it's been just brutal over here. Like every other streaming service that I have works perfectly fine. Netflix is just totally foobarred.
That's so weird. I am not having that issue. Like I spent the whole of yesterday wasting my life watching TV, which was horrible. Today I didn't, but I haven't had any problems. So
you are saving lives by doing that, Benny. So
oh no, I was at work.
No, well then no, you're a horrible person and think of the children.
I am. Now the children have milk.
Oh, in that case, you're essential, so it's fine.
Exactly. My mommy says I'm essential.
Well, but yeah, I guess yeah. So if you're not doing the Netflix or the Pornhub or things you can watch on those, Tiger King is currently all the rage.
What is like? I'm sorry. What is Tiger King?
It's a train wreck that's like 7 hours long that once you start watching, you can't look away from. Is the best way to explain it.
Is it on Netflix?
Yes, it's
Okay.
it's a documentary about a guy that owns a zoo with a bunch of tigers. I don't want to ruin it for you, but he's gay and he's married 2 straight guys because he's got tigers and meth. And if you think he's the craziest person in the show, you'd be wrong.
You said it's a documentary. It's not like a reality TV show.
No, this is. Yeah, you can't really explain it. You just have to watch it. And it just keeps getting weirder and weirder and weirder. And the characters on it are crazier and crazier. And you're just like, what the fuck?
I will not be watching this.
Andrew, do you have Netflix?
I haven't passed my wife.
So, next item on the list. Selling some stuff online. Andrew, you made some money on CGN selling old parts?
I did. Cleared out the parts that I don't use anymore. Sold some barrels, sold some gas blocks. $400 richer.
Okay.
Nice. Now you got that sweet, sweet TP money.
How much is a TP roll now? Does it go for like 500 milliliters of sanitizer now, or has the price gone up?
Oh, I don't know. It's been a while since I've been on the let's call it the white market because it's toilet paper and sanitizer. But yeah, I guess some other things you can do, like we said earlier, is work out, but just don't post it on the Instagram. Just work out because it feels good and because it's good for you.
Yep, you can read a book.
Yeah.
I recently, I'm hopefully going to print tonight the study guide for getting my ham license. So that's something
Nice.
that might happen. Yep.
Yeah, that's it's on my list. I was supposed to go do that a little while ago, but then everything kind of got busy and I postponed it, and it looks like now I'm gonna have to postpone it more. Yay!
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah, that's a good thing to do. There's some online courses for that have just come out.
Oh, really? That's good.
Yeah, we can send you the link, Benny.
Good.
It's like a Thursday and a Sunday.
Awesome.
Yeah. Yeah, there's a bunch of good books that you could read. I would recommend like Verbal Judo for people that have to talk with other people. It's an excellent book. Currently reading On Killing, which is a little dry, but a good book nonetheless. Or there's
Grossman has really good things to say.
He does, but like he's just so long-winded.
It's clinical. You just
it's just so long-winded. I wish he was a little bit more concise.
Just imagine you're a third-year psychology student. It's fine.
Yeah. The Gift of Fear is also really good.
I think I have that. My wife really enjoyed it, which was a surprise.
Yeah. So,
yeah,
do that. I mean, you could also talk to your family if you like your family.
Yep.
Like chosen or actual family, it doesn't really matter. But you can talk to them. I did it last night. We did a whole Instagram live stream that then went over to Zoom, and I got quite inebriated talking with people till 2 a.m. It was a good time. Highly recommend. It's kind of like this show, but we just didn't broadcast it.
Yeah, some friends of mine got together and did something similar. Yeah, Zoom is very popular in this current environment or age.
Yeah, there's a few of the platforms that seem pretty good for it because you can have quite a large number of people on it. And while you're doing that, you could also play a board game with them.
Yes.
Via the internet, or like actually in person, as long as you have that many people in your house. Because at least in Ontario, if you're not family, you can't have more than 5 people together at one time.
Or if for example you each have a deck.
Yeah, you wouldn't want to have 6 people there, or your neighbors would stitch on you.
Yeah.
Or you can reload some ammo. That's a great family pastime.
I'm
Get
hoping
the kids on it. They can pull that handle for you.
Yeah, I'm hoping to get maybe do a round, the ceremonial first round tonight.
Nice.
Yeah.
Nice.
And you can always clean your guns, which is something I never ever do. But if it's something you're into, you could do that.
Yeah, I do it occasionally.
I don't think I've cleaned my pistol since the last service conditions match.
Yeah, well, that's all right.
Yeah.
I don't think I've cleaned mine since then either. It's kind of a night before thing if I am going to do it.
Oh, really? Okay.
Well, if I'm going to go shooting or whatever, like the night before I go out, and I make sure all my bags are packed and everything, and like I'll give each gun a little go over to make sure that it's in good shape. And then if I look at it and go, "Oh, this is really dirty," then I'll clean it then. That's how I do it. Unless if it's one of my bolt guns, then yeah, it just never gets cleaned.
Yeah, so like the only time I think I cleaned my Tavor one time because I was bored, so that would fit for now. But the only other time I cleaned it was because I had an issue, a stoppage, and I wanted to figure out what was going on. So when I pulled it apart, I was like, oh, I might as well clean it while I'm here.
Yeah, if you've already got it apart, you may as well.
Yeah, so that's what I did. That's like the only time, but yeah. No, I like to run my guns until they need to be cleaned, and then they get cleaned, which is probably not the best, but I'm not.
No, they're fine.
My life isn't really depending on it, so
they're fine.
Yeah.
All right. Well,
you can catch up on podcasts. That's what that is something I have been doing. I've listened to a lot of the other CPP, for example. Which is always depressing when you hear all these things, wonderful things that you could do to get ready for a situation you're already in.
Yeah, that advice would have been great 6 weeks ago.
Yeah. So I recently just listened to the night vision episode, so that was a nice listen. Good to hear.
Really, good panelists on that one.
Yep.
Yeah.
And yeah.
I guess that's it. I mean, I don't have any rapid fire feedback. I don't think Andrew has got any rapid fire feedback.
Nope.
Yeah, no, I got no feedback. I got nothing.
All right, well,
else in my internet.
Well, that's all right. I'll do the TACCOM read because your internet is the poop. So yeah, TACCOM Canada 2020, September 11th to the 13th. If we're still not in lockdown, it'll be happening. Buy a ticket at TACCOM Canada. Follow the link thing. If you go and get one through the Gun Podcaster link that we've got here, we get some of that proceed money that'll help pay for the internet, so we can do this live at the show and all of that stuff. To like the 4 people that have bought their tickets already, thank you very much. Your $4 are greatly appreciated. They will buy us 1 beer that we will split amongst everybody. But yeah, no, TACCOM, get your tickets now, or wait to see if it's actually still going on. But if you're going to get one, use our link. We'd really appreciate it.
Yep. So, Gavin, where can people find you?
Nowhere, because everything is closed. But you can find me on the Instagram at Urbex_GTA. I'll probably be doing a live at some point later this week because I've had some people ask me to talk about optics. So I'll do that live on the Instagrams because I've got nowhere else to be.
Cool.
What about you, Benny?
You can find me at bennylewis.ca. But I was going to say on the optics thing, like I always wondered what the what makes one optic more optimal for, say, mid to close range versus mid to long range with the same magnification based on the bell and stuff like that. But so that'd be very interesting to tune in and find out.
I don't know if I'm going to get that autistic about it, but I'll do my best.
Well, I feel if anyone between you and Andrew, I feel like of all my friends, you guys are probably the best suited to do that. So,
well, what about you, Andrew? Where can we find you?
I feel personally just implied that I actually have autism, but that's fine.
Okay, I don't know about any of you guys, but like I view it as like
true.
You have the ability to focus and understand things and explain things in great detail. So I see it as a positive.
That's right. Every time I go to a job interview, I detail. An obsessive attention to detail.
Yeah.
Next time you might want to leave out your interviewee's address, though.
Yeah, that doesn't go over well.
So you can find Andrew at ragnaroktactical.ca. You can find buy bandages or boots, shoes, other stuff. I don't know. It's been a while since I've been there. Gavin, what could people buy there?
Well, you used to be able to buy body armor from us, but it's all sold out. So if you wanted it, you should have bought it already. But we do have all kinds of other cool accessories to go along with it: plate carriers, pouches, medical supplies, all of that fun stuff. Boots and shoes. You know, all of the things that you're going to need in the upcoming zombie apocalypse. And because you've kind of waited this long in the show, not that it's that long, but through all this terrible audio, if you use the code Patriot, you get a bit of a discount.
Nice.
So we made it worth your while.
Yeah. We value your opinions, so please visit www.canadianpatriotpodcast.com/feedback or email us at feedback@canadianpatriotpodcast.com and let us know what you think.
Yeah. Then I guess apologies to Rod once again. I mean, with the internet being what it is, you know, the lag from traveling all the way out to BC would have been really, really bad. So we just couldn't get him on tonight.
Yeah.
So yeah, sorry.
So remember, you are the true north, strong and free.